Hello there, and welcome back to Pallegney. Looks like I get 2 showers this year. What do we have on the list for November? Well, we need to harvest our soybeans over in field 3. I believe they're ready to harvest. So yeah, soybeans in field 3 are ready to harvest. Our grass is ready for another chop. We can feed more bales to our Primos once the rain stops, and we can sell our eggs. So let's start off with our usual morning hoik over the fence. Let's check the price of our eggs. Okay, so 2,570 is the top price. They're already way up there. 26 Kochi Express 2,575, supermarket 2,592. So let's take them over to the supermarket. We'll jump in our small tractor, and that can be our first job of the month. And then we can get our harvester in position, ready to start harvesting the soybean field. We can check our animals, actually. We'll do that just as soon as we've gotten back, just as soon as we've sold the eggs over at the supermarket. It's a good thing we have these eggs to sell, because we literally have 945 euros in our bank account. It's not a very healthy bank balance. So let's get these sold off. Eggs always take a little while to unload, but that's a very welcome 35,000 euros. We definitely needed that little cash injection to see us through until next month. So let's get back over to the farm and check our animals. Okay, so our cows, they're doing just fine. How are chickens doing? So chickens aren't doing too great, but I know why this is. This is because they keep breeding and they're a little bit overcrowded now. I'm going to sell the male chicks just here, but I'm not going to sell the female chicks because I want to keep them for once the male roosters have been sold. Once these have been sold, we will be back under capacity again. So I will stick with it for another month. They'll be a little less healthy, but then once next month ticks over, they will be sold. Yeah, let's sell the male chicks. Go into the animal dealer, into the chicken coop. And where are they? Here they are. And as usual, we don't get any money for them, but that's okay. We just want to get rid of them. So yeah, we've got 50 more that we need right now. So yeah, that's fine though. Okay, so back to our animals. Let's check our rams. They're doing fine. They're doing fine. Our pigs are doing fine. Yeah, they'll have everything they need, except for our pigs. They could do with some protein in the form of sunflowers. So in fact, they could do with some sorghum as well. So they could do about 10,000 litres of sorghum and about 4,500 litres of sunflowers. What about our chickens? How are they doing for food? They're doing okay. They're probably going to need some before the end of the month though. So let's get our trailer out and let's do our feeding runs. I may as well feed the chickens just so that I don't forget about them and they perish. So I'll get those fed and I'll get the pigs fed and I will rejoin you afterwards. Okay, so all of the animals are fed and they're good for the rest of the month. I also realized that I need to deliver some water to our potato processing, so just filling up the water tank. Something I noticed about this map is that when it rains, the water level rises to way higher than when it's dry. That's a pretty cool feature of the map. It's a very nice touch by the map creators. Let's get this tank of water over to the potato processing. And I think I might also deliver another tank as well, because it does seem to use a hell of a lot, especially when all of its productions are going. So we'll get this unloading and then we'll take a look to see exactly what needs doing. So let's take a look at our productions. So the bread is doing just fine. We don't need to unload it yet. Probably will do a little later on today. Now our potato processing, it has a little bit of water left. Actually, I think this is just what I'm delivering to it, so it doesn't have any water except what I just delivered. It's pretty good for everything else though. And then our greenhouses, they have a little bit left. Yeah, so I'm going to deliver one more tank of water to the potato processing because I did fill that up at the same time as I filled the greenhouses up, and I delivered them all 2 tanks of water. So the potato processing has gone through all of its water in the same time that the greenhouses have gone through just over half. So it does use quite a bit more. We could try and think what we have on the cards for next month. So next month we're going to be selling the bread because that's usually when it reaches its premium sell price. So what I might do is get the hay unloaded into the bale warehouse and then start loading the bread up so it's ready to go next month. I also believe the pellets will be at their premium sell price next month. So plenty to sell in December and also plenty to do in November to prepare. I want to get through all of the hay bales and get them pulverized into pellets. What I think I'll also do is move the straw pellets over to where the cows are. So let's make a start on that now. Here we go. We've muscled all the straw into the storage area and our trailer's empty and ready to receive some bread. So let's get over to our... what should we do first? We'll do the storage area first and then we'll do the bakery. I think there's about 29 pallets of bread in there, so there are quite a few. And there's at least 11 pallets at the bakery, and we still have the whole of November to go, so we're going to have a lot of bread. 50 or so pallets, 45, 50 pallets. It's going to be very good money. Okay, so we are all loaded up with bread ready to be sold next month. Some definitely very soggy bread this time around. 41,000 litres. And we still have to load up whatever is produced for the rest of November. So it's almost about to stop raining, but I'm just going to park the bread trailer in the storage here just to stop it from getting more wet. I'm pretty sure it couldn't get more wet than it already is, but you know, just doing my part to try and save it, try and preserve it a little bit. Okay, let's switch off the forklift here, and what I'm going to do is park our trailer here back in the shed, and then I'm going to send the big tractor over to man the trailer. In fact, actually no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let the big tractor do the mowing this time around because it can probably handle the mower better than the small tractor. Small tractor does struggle with that new mower we have. So let's get the mower hooked up to the tractor, and then we can be ready to get out in the fields just as soon as it stops raining. Okay, so our artificially intelligent friend is making really good progress on this field here. They do have an almost full grain tank, so I'm just going to relieve them of their soybeans. Our large tractor has mowed the field next to our farm completely, and I've just set an AI worker loose on completing the rest of the other field while we empty the harvester. So we'll get this done once we've reached the end of the row here. I'll send the trailer back down to the other side of the field where it can wait for the harvester to be finished. And of course, the harvester's really struggling now. And of course, the tractor's really struggling now. But that's okay. I'm sure the harvester's going to be done with one more pass of the field, and then we can get all of this over to our potato processing, and we can start producing vegetable fat. Okay, how's the mower doing? It's I thought it would have finished by now, but maybe I was being a little unrealistic. An AI slave driver. I could have finished that by now, I think. And I thought the AI was supposed to be better than humans. Anyways, I digress. Let's get the rest of this done. We're almost done now, so we'll just scoop up that little piece, and then these little straggly pieces, and that will be the mowing complete. Now, the question is, what do I do with this grass? Our grass that we have in storage has to last us the whole winter, probably 6 months until May. So I think we're going to need to do some calculations on whether we turn this into hay or whether we keep it as grass and just bale it up. So let's get back over to the farm and drop the tools off, and then we will take a look. how much grass do we have left in here? Down at the bottom left, we have 17 bales. So if we look at our animals, how much do our rams need? So they need 9,600 per month, and they need 4,800. So 9,600, 13,600, 14,400 per month, which is just over 2 bales. So 12, yeah, I think will be good for grass. So with that in mind, I'm going to grab the tedder. I was thinking about whether I should grab the tedder with the small tractor and then switch back to the big tractor for baling and windrowing, but it's not worth keep switching the tractors out. I think if I just do the grass work with the big tractor, the small tractor can come back to the farm, it can jump on the Primos, and it can be shredding bales for our pellets next month. So I will go around the headland of this field with the big tractor, and then we'll get the small tractor returned to the field along with the harvester. Okay, so 28,320 litres of soybeans. That's not a bad haul from that field. Don't know what we're comparing it with because I'm not sure the last time we had soybeans in that field. But this should keep our potato processing going for a while. So if we go down to our potato processing, we start up the vegetable fat, and that means we can then start producing French fries, fried potatoes, paprika chips, potato pancakes, ham potato salads, all of the things. So we are back in full production mode with our potato processing. I did say a couple of episodes ago that I wanted to try and see if we could get all of the productions going at the same time, and completely forgetting that the first lot of cows for our VIP order are male cows, so we're not going to be able to get milk out of those. It's just simply not possible, however you look at it. So I may have to scrap those plans. It depends on how much money we have when we get the female cows for level 10 of the VIP order. We'll see. Okay, so we are about to be producing pellets again. We've got 4 bales here, another 8 over there, and we have countless bales out in the field. We probably won't get them all processed in time for December, but we definitely have enough pallets of pellets to sell already. I can see ourselves getting 200,000 to 300,000 hopefully out this year's pellets. So I will continue with this and the grass drying, baling, windrowing, and I will rejoin you again shortly. Okay, so we are almost done windrowing and baling the hay, and that really is our last major job for November. I'm debating on whether I should collect the bales from the field in November or whether that can be a December task. I think what I'll do is take a look to see the price of the bread, and if it's not going to be sellable, if it's better to sell it next month, then I might pick the bales up. Of course we'll have to use a small trailer because the big trailer's full of bread, but I think that should be okay. We'll be able to do it in 2 trailer loads rather than 1, so it won't be that much more inconvenient. Let's fold up the windrower, stop the baler, kick the bales out, and fold that up as well. And let's see how many we got. I think I reset it after it had ejected 1, so we got 21 bales of hay from that chop. That's not too bad. It's kind of in line with before. Let's get the output unloaded. Looks like the Primus has run out of hay to chew up into pellets, but that's okay because the output was full anyway. So let's grab these pallets here, put them outside, and where's the next row with 4 in? We'll stack them just here. That's 5 in those 2 rows, and then I'll just grab this single pallet here because my OCD says that there's 1 row out there with only 4 pallets in it and the rest have 5. So this row right here also needs to have 5. It just makes sense, right? Okay, there we go. 5 pallets in that row as well. So how many pallets do we have then? We have 9 rows, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we have 45 pallets in total there. And how many more do we have to come out of the pellet maker? We've got at least 2 more pallets to come out there, which is good. Okay, so we can switch off the Primos now because it doesn't have any hay left in it, and we can actually go collect the bales off the field. So let's grab the front loader. It is getting a little dark, which is not going to make it easy, but we can do at least a little bit of the bale collecting, and then we don't have to do it next month. Okay, so I gave up with the bale collection. I did the smaller of the 2 fields and I couldn't see anything, so the larger of the 2 fields is going to have to wait until next month. I'll grab them just as soon as I am able to see again. So I think this is a great place to leave this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed following along. If you have, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Until then, bye for now.